Here we have for sale our 2018 on a 68 plate Ford Transit. This is a 290, meaning it's got a 2.9 tonne gross vehicle weight. This has got the 2 litre TDCi diesel engine with 130 brake horsepower, and that's accompanied with a 6-speed manual gearbox. This is the L2H3 Trend model. So L2 is medium wheelbase, H3 high roof, and Trend is the spec. So what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Transit Trend of this age. And we'll also talk you through the condition, ownership, service history of this particular example, seeing as it is currently available for sale at the time of recording. So first thing to mention is the colour, and the colour on this is magnetic. It's a fantastic, popular metallic grey, which Ford have in their range. I think it looks very, very nice. Very unusual to find a van of this size in a metallic colour, such as magnetic. Vast majority of these will be white. So then, starting here then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with rear barn doors. Barn doors are 2 doors which open like so. And you can see here, first thing that sort of stands out to me is that we have got the L for V, locks for vans, deadlocks on the rear doors here. So of course, previous owner of this, clearly security minded. There is only one previous owner on this van as well, but lovely to see the deadlocks on the rear doors there as a bit of extra security for any cargo which you're going to be carrying in the back. On a Trend, as standard, you will get parking sensors. So you can see that we've got rear parking sensors here nicely integrated into the rear bumper. In terms of condition then at the rear bumper, there's a couple of very minor little marks and things to the rear bumper, I guess all as to be expected, especially on these types of vans, because you'll use the top of this rear bumper to actually step into the vehicle itself. If we open up the rear barn doors then, and we can start to have a look at this load space. So first thing to note here, we've got the red and the green lock here on the rear door. If you slide that little switch there towards the green lock, that allows you to open the door right out to its full 180-degree position, and you can do exactly the same with the other door as well. Of course, they will just lock into place like so at 90 degrees if you want to, but if you want to get full accessibility, then as I say, push that towards the green lock and they simply open right out like so. And this is where you can see that the inside of the van is fully ply lined. So you can see we've got ply lining inside the rear doors here, and the original plastic trims here at the bottom. So ply lining is there to protect the vehicle from any outward dent. So if you've got cargo in the back of you and it's flying around as you go around a corner, it's not going to cause a big outward dent in the metalwork. So as you can see, full ply lining in the back of the van. Plenty of tie down points as well. So you can see we've got the tie down points all around the back. But crucially, the Trend comes with this fantastic hard wearing plastic floor. I absolutely love these because it just allows you to sweep the back out if you want to when it gets dirty. Very easy to maintain and exceptionally hard wearing. You've also got the plastic wheel arch covers there as well. You can also then see the factory fitted bulkhead. If we jump into the back of the van, this gives you a good look here at the bulkhead, and the bulkhead is really one of those areas which always shows if a van has had a very hard life. The bulkheads get caved in, but you can see here that this clearly hasn't had a particularly hard life. In this model as well, so the H3 model, you've got a fantastic height here in the back of the vehicle. I'm 6 foot and I've got a good probably 9-10 inches above my head. I would have thought it's a really good height here above. One thing to note, just looking at the roof here inside, there are a couple of marks inside the roof, of course, where things have been loaded inside previously, but that's certainly something that's worth mentioning there. A couple of marks on the inside of the roof. You have also got storage here above the cab, which is one of the benefits of the high roof model, and this gives us a look as well of the inside of the side loading door. Not something that you will I guess often see when we go around from the other side. But as I mentioned, plenty of tie down points here to tie any cargo down as well. If we jump out, one thing also to note is the vehicle is front wheel drive. One of the benefits of that, of it being a front wheel drive, is you actually get a lower floor in the back. So a rear wheel drive, this floor will be raised slightly, which does make a difference, harder to step into. The reason for that is because of course you've got the prop shaft there going to the rear diff on the rear wheel drive model. But as I say, this is the front wheel drive version. Let's close these rear doors then and continue to go around the outside, down the passenger side of the vehicle then. And this is where we'll use the reflections down the side of the van to look for any dents or marks or anything like that. And I can see there are a couple of little pin dents. There's one just here, which I can just see in the reflection there. And if we look down here, there's a couple of, as I say, very minor little pin dents here just on that line there. Again, not particularly noticeable, but as I say, if there's anything that I can see, I will gladly point it out to you. Otherwise, looking very good. Just looking here, tiny little pin dent just there. You can just about see that in the reflection. And finally, one just there as well. I say these aren't sort of major things, but as I say, I do like to be as transparent as I can. If there's anything I can see, I like to mark that out. You can see again, we've got the nice deadlock here, locks the van's deadlock on the side loading door as well. And if we open up the side loading door, this just gives us another aspect of that load space. So you can see there, nice wide opening here on these vans, and stepping in, got a great size in the back of here. In terms of height here of this opening, so as I say, if I were to compare this to myself, you've probably got at least 5.5 foot there of opening in that area. By all means, feel free to give us a call if you want the exact measurements, but as I say, it's a good height there. If we start to look inside the cab then, let's open up the passenger door. We can start to have a look. Passenger door card there, all in lovely condition. The step, the floor, no excessive wear or marks or anything like that there. Look at the glove box, a couple of minor little marks to the plastic just here and just in the sort of load space in there, but as I say, all I guess as to be expected. And then looking at the service book. So this vehicle has got service history because it was previously serviced with Hartwell Ford, so a Ford main dealer. That was in January 2020 at 10,000 miles. And you can see here that we have serviced this vehicle when it was going through our preparation. So we've been right through it, done all the filters as well. So it's lovely to see that in the service book. Always nice to know that a van has been well maintained by its previous owner. Looking at the passenger seats then, again, all in really, really good condition here. And you do actually have storage here underneath the passenger seat. So you just simply flip those forward. You can do exactly the same with the middle seat as well. Flip those forward and you've got that space under there. Flip down tray in the middle, somewhere to store some paperwork. Also a couple of cup holders there as well. I'll talk you through the rest of the spec when we go around to the driver side in just a second. You can immediately tell a Trend model like this because it'll come with these Trend wheel trims. So they are 15-inch steel wheels, and as I say, with the Trend wheel trims on them. Moving then around to the front of the vehicle, we can see that this one is also spec'd with front parking sensors and front fog lights, so very, very nice indeed. And a subtle sort of difference on the Trend is the grille is actually in a grey, so it's actually in a sort of a painted grey colour, which actually matches very nicely to the magnetic, but certainly just adds to that more premium feel to the vehicle. Looking here at the bonnet, a couple of stone chips, sort of usual motorway marks, stone chips on the bonnet, but as I say, certainly nothing excessive there. And having a good look at the front bumper, again, no real marks there on the front bumper, all looking in really good condition. Looking then down the driver's side of the vehicle, and I must say this side is looking very good. I can just see, having a really good look there, I can see there is one tiny little pin dent just here, but otherwise not much I can see there. It's looking very clean and tidy. Let's open up the driver's door then. Just a quick note, a couple of tiny little touch-ins just here around the sort of driver's door lock there. I guess where someone's been going for the key, could have put the key in, but as I say, a couple of tiny little marks. And there are a couple of marks here just on the entrance pillar there, so probably where someone's sliding in and out, or maybe the seatbelt getting caught in there. Looking at the driver's door card, again, no issues there. That's all in really good order and lovely condition here with the step. The floor, a slight heel mark there, but it hasn't sort of broken through or caused any issues there, but no excessive wear. Looking at the driver's seat, nice height adjustability here on the driver's seat. This is a thigh adjustment, which is the front, and you've also got your backrest adjustment there as well. Driver side armrest, which is on a ratchet, so you can set that to your desired height. And then a lovely spec in here. So we've got electric windows, electric folding mirrors. So that's always very nice to see that. You can fold those in and out. Auto-activated lights just there. You can see that we have got 2 full remote keys for the vehicle, and then we've also got multiple keys for the deadlocks around the rest of the vehicle as well. Looking at the steering wheel, I've got a leather multifunctioning steering wheel on the right hand side here. This is where you can control the volume for the radio. You can also answer and hang up the phone. Then on the left hand side, the onboard computer controls just there. Cruise control settings just down to the left of the steering wheel. On top of the dashboard there is a storage compartment in here. You open that by pressing a little button just there. A lot of people think that it's trying to prise this open, but that's actually to allow a cable out. So if you open that up, you'll see inside here we've got a 12-volt socket, a USB, and also an AUX. So if you were to have a sat nav in here or something, you can plug it into the 12-volt socket there. You can run your cable out of the little thing just there, which is very nice to see. If you look at the mileage on this particular example, lovely miles, 28,288 miles. 6-speed manual gearbox, as I mentioned, to go along with that 130 brake horsepower engine. And having a look at the radio in the middle here, standard Ford radio, so you can connect your phone to this via Bluetooth if you want to. Once you've done that, you can then play your music through it. But all in really, really nice order in here. I say a nice spec to have on a large van. So just to summarize this vehicle, it is a 2018, it was actually registered the 31st of December, so very almost a 2019 vehicle on a 68 plate Ford Transit. It's the L2H3 2-litre TDCI diesel engine in this particular van with 130 brake horsepower. It's the Trend spec, medium wheelbase, high roof, finished in the fantastic magnetic. So you get a lovely spec, things like parking sensors, auto lights, and it really does go on and on and on. Deadlocks on this particular example, nice service history as well with a previous service and also our fresh service before it leaves us as well. If you'd like to see the full advert of this vehicle, including all the photography and of course the price, please head over to our website, which is listed here on the sign, bridgeendvans.co.uk. We can arrange finance on all of our vehicles, starting as low as 7.9% APR. That goes for limited companies as well. We can arrange finance for them, as well as private individuals. We could take cars or vans in part exchange, so by all means get in contact with anything you have which you'd like to part exchange, and we can arrange nationwide delivery also. Of course, we will welcome inquiries on either of the numbers listed here at the bottom of the sign. Thank you very much for watching.